Hello, YouTube. Normally I don't use the camera icon, but I was like, whatever, I'll just use it for once. So as you can see today, I came across the armor that I've been trying to get for a while. It was on sale, in one of the offers, and it was in special offers, and they had it for sale. But of course, it's not going to show up here because once you buy something in a store, it does not appear again. So every now and then, um, the special offers come up and they're there for a certain amount of days. This offer is going to be up for 5 days. So this is the legendary, and this has like all Legion weapons and armor and stuff. I already have the big giant hammer. I already have like the skull grinder, and I've already had like the legendary flail and shield. And so the armor that I actually have, I actually was wearing this one for quite some time. So the armor that I'm going to show you guys is this one. This one's pretty cool. So this is called the Significator Legendary Armor, and the abilities that are in this suit already are basically called Void Warden. And basically, this armor can contaminate your opponent's shadow energy, and fully contaminate energy deals damage to him and disappears. Um, when I first did this ability, when I first started testing this thing out, I realized that it actually does a lot of good damage. So, it's pretty powerful. So basically what this explains is that as you are fighting, if you keep giving out good combo hits, the shadow energy bar on the opponent thing would actually start highlighting in orange, which means that the armor itself is burning off the shadow energy. So basically their shadow energy is decreasing, which means that the more you hit the attacker, the more that the shadow energy will be decreased and it will be burned off. And once all their shadow energy has been burned down, a great deal of damage will be done to their health bar, and they would basically drop dead over time. So basically, this armor could poison an attacker very, very fast. It does a lot of damage, very good damage. This is a long distance weapon, and this one also does the same thing as the armor. So it says contaminates your opponent's shadow energy, fully contaminate energy deals damage to him and disappears. Um, and yeah, so basically the entire armor, including the weapon itself, does basically all the same thing. Um, and this basically just shows you the abilities that this suit has inside of it, and including the weapon and the helmet and the armor itself. Now, when I saw that this was in special offer for $12.99, I was like, that is a great deal, because I've been trying to find that armor in the store here. And even though I did, it cost me a bunch of coins, and then sometimes if it didn't cost me coins, it would cost me a lot of gems, and I didn't even came close to having enough gems to do it. So I was like waiting for this armor to be on sale and special offers for quite some time, and today was my lucky day, and I had some money in my card, so I was like, I'm gonna buy this freaking armor. And I did test it on Prison Break, and as you can see, I did get pretty far. As you can see right here, I managed to basically take out 4 enemies, but I ended up dying on the guard, the prison guard, who had a pretty big sword and knocked me out very quickly. Um, I only managed to actually beat him once because he was pretty powerful, so I have to practice more with the long distance weapons. But this armor is so good because I did almost complete the Prison Break halfway. And it does a lot of good damage and it knocks out opponents very fast. Because usually when you're doing events in this game, it's kind of hard to deal some damage because they don't take a lot of damage. And you have to have some good armor and some weapons. And what I also noticed about this armor that I'm wearing is that sometimes when you play events, it'll say you'll need the proper equipment or the armor to fight, or you can continue fighting without the proper equipment. When I had this armor on my character, I realized that when I started to do the Prison Break event, it didn't even show that message where it said I needed proper equipment, and it just basically took me into the battle, which is pretty amazing. So this shows that this is a pretty powerful enough armor and weapon to basically fight in events. So it won't show you the message when you have this armor. This armor is also very good with power. As you can see that my power level is 333,004, and my I forgot what are these called. Yeah, these are called stability points. And the more stability points you get, the more easier that the story mode missions will be. As you can see, I am going to need 5,750 stability points, which is going to be a little while. I know a lot of people ask how the hell do you get stability points, what they're used for. So if you guys have been playing Shadow Fight 3 for quite some time, basically, the way that this works is in the beginning of chapter 7.2, in the very first chapter of chapter 7, you are fighting a person who's actually training you. And they basically explain to you what stability points are for. And what they do is they tell you how you would equip them. So basically the way that you can equip stability points is, first off, you're going to go here. And here is where you would basically get stability points. So basically, you have to get all of items to go with sets. When you completed a set, which of course I have to complete this one, you would get a certain amount of stability points. Now, not all of I think different sets have more stability points. Yeah, so if you get like let's go to Legends. If you get like all items of a legendary set, you would basically get like 200 stability points, which is pretty awesome, and you would be able to complete the chapter much faster, and also you would have your character become much more stronger. So you do not have to worry about waiting a long time for you to go into another story chapter, because don't get me wrong, I was kind of nervous too, because I was like, oh my god, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do this, because I felt that it was gonna take forever to get the right amount of stability points for each mission that I do, until I saw this. So I was like, oh, this is great, so I won't have to wait that long. Now, stability points are not easy to get, because you mostly would get these items in the chests, like the rare, epic, and legendary. Also, if you don't know where to get them, you can just go here and click get items. And here it will take you to one of the booster packs, and like right here, if I wanted to get one of the sets, I would have to basically pay this much gems, which is 2,000 gems, which I do not have the freaking patience for. You could also go into the store and buy a missing item and just, upgrade, buy them, purchase, whatever. But if you don't have a particular item from that set, it's going to cost you money. As you can see, I do not have enough coins. And I would have to go to the store and add coins by turning my gems into coins, which I don't really like doing. You could also click refresh with your gems, and it would refresh the store. But the thing is, I try to save up my gems for booster packs and stuff. So I did try out this weapon right here. I wasn't too crazy about it. Hey, look, don't get me wrong, it's pretty cool, but it's very slow. So I prefer long distant weapons like this one, which is the Chelsere, if I said that right correctly, because it's fast and it's very good for long distance. It's really good and it does a lot of freaking damage. Now, at the time, I was wondering what the hell this was for. I was like, what the freak is this? And I had no idea that certain armors that have that kind of thing are considered special armors. And they're extremely hard to get because of the fact that these armors have an ability inside of them, which this one is called a set bonus activity. Now, not all armors have a set bonus, so say if I were to click this does not have a set bonus, as you can see. And you can click and it does not do what the other armor does. Now, if I did this, then we got something. So that's when that would show up and it would highlight itself. And this is a Herald's faction, so you would have to go into the Heralds to get this. So I think you would actually have to go into boosters and click here, and you would have to go into the legendary Herald's faction. Yeah, so you would get it here, but it cost a bunch of gems, and you would not get it. I don't believe you would get it in Epic Heralds, because this is not an epic armor, this is a legendary armor. So now I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean by this contaminating an opponent. So we're going to go, I'm only going to do this once because I don't normally do the survival things. Oh, let me turn off the camera now. So you can see that little bit of orange right there. That basically means that armor is contaminated. We're probably not going to see it very much in this because of the fact that these components are easy and this is basically just survival. But if you just keep throwing combo hits like this, you can see that it will start showing the orange right there on the very tip of the side and just start burning it away. And then it will actually burn away a lot faster when you use shadow bombs. Let's do this. And this. So you can see that orange. And it is very effective in events. It's very good. Okay. So, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in here. You have to time a lot with this camera. This camera is really tiny. I'm still learning. Probably not gonna see in this fight for some odd reason. I mean, this is basically just fighting, which you'll definitely see in the next episode because he'll have a weapon. Now you can see that what you just saw there looks like fire. Basically, that is what the contamination basically look like. And when that happens, when you have drained enough shadow energy, it would turn into this orange looking like flame. And it will do critical damage to your opponent. And then it'll start decreasing your health, just like shadow energy. And basically, when it gets to the end, they would basically weapons just basically means that your weapons are ready to do a critical hit, and that the more legendary the weapon, the better the critical chances you have opponent. Now, it's really also about the shadow energy. It decreases your shadow energy. It's also kind of the fact that it's and it still does pretty good. Most of the time when an opponent is attacking me, I do not move very much because it'll help me block better. Also, if I am attacking the person that is also attacking, then it's basically will leave me and I will get defeated very quickly. But if I and I do this, or I can do that. So, you always want to be patient and you want to see like all out and completely fast. believe we're going to fight the prison guard. It was really hard for me. Take away there. I'll try not to get this guy too close to me because that's when he does his sword attacks. Damn it. That was funny. Oh boy. something. So also what I forgot to mention is if you want to check how much stability energy you need for a certain mission, you just click on this little dot here and it'll show you. Now if you don't have enough shadow energy, if you don't have enough stability points, and if you're fighting on impossible, basically your health is going to go down instantly and you're going to die. So don't do that. So, those of you who are new to this game, you also would get, free booster packs, but mostly you would just get rare ones, which really sucks. The only rare packs that you won't really get is the rare Herald's Rare Dynasty, and, the epic June's Plane 2, and Legendary June's Plane 2. An Epic June's Plane 1, and Legendary June's Plane 1. So the only ones you would basically be able to get for free is the Rare Legion, and the Rare June's Plane 2, and Rare June's Plane 1. Which is kind of stupid, but can we do it right? And usually when the event is over within the day, all of your tokens that you've earned would turn into coins. I just wish they would turn into gems. That would be awesome. And if you want to add more coins to this, you'll just go to basically, you'll go here, and you can add more coins by adding gems. So you can basically turn your gems into coins. So since I have 149, I would get 14,030 100 coins. If I had 200, I would get like this many, so it gets higher and higher. But yeah. But you can also just buy gems, but I wouldn't, so. And if you want to get free gems, you just go to Tapjoy, and it shows you all these ways that you can get gems, but sometimes they don't always work. I don't really know why, so I couldn't really tell you. But, yeah, so. Alright, well, that's about it for the video, and I hope that was really helpful.